Thank you for joining us on Business Matters. My name is Philip Lecter, and glad to host you this evening. We have an incredibly special guest with us, Rory McEwen of the Dodge Company. And I have to tell you, when you start thinking about the Dodge Company has been around for some amazing number of years. And we're gonna have Rory. Rory, thank you for talking to us today and joining us on the show. Obviously, the Dodge Company has been around a long. How long again? 120.
Thanks, Phil. Yeah, 123 years.
123 years.
And still family owned.
And still family owned.
Yeah.
And you know, as we were talking earlier, you were talking about the value of service and how important servicing your client is. And would you tell us a little bit about your business, what you do, and how you service your clients?
Sure, Phil. As a representative with the Dodge Company, we are all licensed funeral directors and embalmers. There's 41 of us throughout the United States. We've got representatives in Canada, Britain. We're the largest and oldest embalming fluid company in the world. That's what we started out. That's always been our mainstay, was embalming fluid to service funeral directors and embalmers. And we've taken that. Dodge has gone so far beyond that today because of where the funeral service has gone, where families have led funeral service in the United States. Dodge has always stayed at least a step ahead of that, and tried to serve funeral directors and embalmers, and whatever their needs might be, Dodge is there and always thinking and always in direct contact with funeral directors and embalmers throughout the United States and throughout the world, actually, to see where are you going? You know, where's this leading us? And Dodge always wants to stay that step ahead. So when a funeral director and embalmer needs something, the first person they think of is their Dodge representative. And not just myself, but all the reps around the country they're the top in what they do, because most of them just think about that family and what does that family need. And as embalmers and funeral directors, we've all been there. We've all sat at arrangement tables. We've all met with families. We've all been in the preparation room actually doing the embalming and the restoration. So we're always on the cutting edge of, okay, what's next? And we want to be the person that serves that funeral home, mainly so they can serve their family.
Yes.
And so when a funeral director has a question, they don't think about, well, this guy or that guy. They immediately think of who's the source of information, technology, and service. And that's their Dodge representative.
You know, it's phenomenal. Obviously, to be in business for as long as the Dodge Company has been in business for, you have to do some things really, really well. And in fact, as you mentioned, I mean, changing with the times.
Right.
You know, it's really being connected to what the families need and the families want and the end client. And for any business owner out there, you know, that taking that and understanding that is to be sure that you never lose sight or connection with your client. And, you know, we were talking earlier, and you were talking about how not only do you provide a product or a set of products, but there's more that you do there, and the reason that people call you. And you were talking about how when you're there, you're supporting them, you're helping them in what they're doing. Tell me tell me a story about that.
Right, it's really interesting. I've, you know, as an embalmer and a funeral director, and for years, you know, sitting at an arrangement table and meeting with families, where this has evolved, where I was so fortunate to have an opportunity to come to the Dodge Company and work with them. And when we walk in and a funeral director's in a bind and we just happen to show up and they say, gosh, I'm really struggling, we've got a trauma back here, or we got exceptionally busy over the weekend and here it is Monday morning and I'm backed up 4 cases. Well, the Dodge Company, we roll up our sleeves and tuck in our tie and we get in there and we start working with them. And that's just something we do. That's part of what we provide. We're not out there trying to sell anybody anything. We're out there trying to help them serve their family. And if that means rolling up our sleeves and getting back there and embalming with them, or helping unload they've got a certain truck of materials that shows up and their embalmer's busy, well, we're not gonna, stand there and have coffee while their embalmer takes off their embalming gear and stops what they're doing. We're going to go help them unload, and so that embalmer can keep working, or we're going to get back there with the embalmer and help them get through their day and do the best we can do for them. And it all ends up, in the end, it's always for that family.
That's phenomenal. And I have to tell you, as you look at your business and you're in business, so often we try and cut corners when it comes to service. I hear so many stories of, oh, well, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't spend that amount of time. And you know, take it from people that have been in business for years and years and years, and companies that hand down this type of service expectation.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's about doing the right thing at the right time, and that's what the Dodge Company stands for. You know, Rory, I just want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on our show tonight. Really look forward to seeing the Dodge Company have another 100+ years of continued success.
Me too.
And truly wish you the very best. Thank you for joining
I
us.
surely appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks.
And